Welcome back to the today's class on advanced switchgear. Today we will be seeing about oil circuit breakers. In oil circuit breaker, the interrupting contacts are immersed in oil. Arc control occurs during separation, evaporates surrounding oil and dissociates into carbon. In oil circuit breaker, the fixed and moving contacts will be present inside the oil. So, if the two contacts are opened, the arc will be generated in the oil. So, this arc will create dissociation in the oil particles and it will carbonize the oil. Oil converts itself into substantial volume of gaseous hydrogen at high pressure. Since the arc contains high amount of temperature, this temperature creates the oil or converts the oil into gaseous hydrogen at a very high pressure. Hydrogen gas has high heat conductivity and results in cooling arc column and contacts. We know that the property of hydrogen is it has a higher heat conductivity and it has a very high dielectric strength. So this two property is very much important to extinguish the arc present in the oil. So this effect causes increasing in ignition voltage and so arc get extinguished. Since the hydrogen has very high dielectric strength and heat conductivity property, so the ignition voltage becomes so high. So the arc cannot maintain for a long time and it will get extinguished immediately. Hydrogen has high heat conductivity, cools the arc fast, so voltage required for reignition is 5 to 10 times higher than air. So when compared with air, if hydrogen is used, then the hydrogen has a high heat conductivity and it will cool the arc at a faster rate. So the voltage which is required to reignite the arc in case of air, when compared with it, it is 5 to 10 times higher than the air. Hydrogen is best suited for interruption. Moreover, it is produced spontaneously in arcs under oil. So in oil circuit breakers, when arc is struck at once, the high temperature present in arc will spontaneously produces hydrogen from the oil. Arc is embedded deep enough under the oil. If not, arc may set the surface of oil on fire. So the two contacts which is opening should be embedded deep into the oil. Otherwise, the arc which is produced in the contacts will set the surface of oil in fire due to high temperature produced in the arc. Interaction of heavy short circuit current generate extremely high pressure which to be released safely and to be controlled properly. So when a short circuit current is encountered or when a short circuit fault is encountered, very high amount of current will be passing through the contacts of the circuit breaker. So this contacts when opening creates a very high pressure. So this high pressure which is created due to short circuit currents needed to be safely handled and should be controlled in a proper manner. Otherwise, it may damage the oil circuit breaker. this high pressure can be extinguished the arc. So in our case, we are going to use this high pressure which is produced by the arc to extinguish the arc itself. Mechanical forces caused by gas pressure and oil movement there present substantially electrodynamic forces in the arc. Since the arc is electromagnetic in nature, under this condition or under mechanical forces are applied, so this electrodynamic forces are liberated in the gas pressure and as oil movement. Electrodynamic forces in arc increases the area of arc formed by the current in circuit breaker, and this drives arc outside and away from generating source. So these electrodynamic forces create the pressure in the gas and as well as in oil. So this gas pressure and oil movement both can be used to extinguish the arc. So this high pressure created by the arc is used to extinguish the arc itself by use of some devices which are present in the oil circuit breaker. Advantages of oil circuit breaker. Oil has the following advantage as an extinguishing medium. During arcing, oil acts as producer of hydrogen gas which extinguishes the arc. So we know that when arc is produced in oil, at once a hydrogen gas is liberated and this hydrogen gas will extinguish the arc. Oil provides insulation for live exposed contact for rear portion of the container. So this oil provides a insulation for the exposed contacts in the rear portion of the container. The third advantage is oil provides insulation between contact after the arc has been finally extinguished, and there has been time for oil to flow into the gap between contacts. So this oil insulation will flow into the gap of the contacts after the arc is extinguished. So we have two merits in this. The contacts get polished, or the damages which is caused by the arc gets rectified by the oil while it is flowing into the gap, and the other one is it will insulate the contacts. Disadvantages of oil circuit breaker. Oil has the following disadvantages when used as an arc extinguishing medium. The first one is it is inflammable and may cause fire hazard if defective oil circuit breakers should fail under pressure and cause an explosion. So when oil is used as an extinguishing medium, so we should remember that the oil can be inflammable at any point. So fire hazards are present in oil circuit breakers. And the second one is oil circuit breakers can explode due to high pressure created by the arc. Possibility of its forming an explosion mixture with air. Since the arc is liberated in the oil at once due to high temperature, several mixtures of gas compositions are present or it is being converted due to this process. So this explosive mixtures then get contact with the air, at once it forms an explosion. Decomposition of oil. In the arc, oil becomes polluted by carbon particles which reduces its dielectric strength. Hence it requires periodical maintenance and replacement. So oil which is present in an oil circuit breaker gets carbonized due to arcing. So this carbonized particles present in the oil circuit breaker should be replaced by a new oil. So we need to regularly maintain or replace the oil present in the oil circuit breaker. Evaluation of oil circuit breakers. Development of oil circuit breaker has taken place in three major directions. First one is plain brake oil circuit breaker, arc control circuit breakers. The last one is minimum oil circuit breaker. In this session we will see about plain brake oil circuit breaker and minimum oil circuit breaker. In the next video we will be covering about arc control circuit breakers. Plain brake and arc control circuit breakers are known as bulk oil circuit breakers, whereas minimum oil circuit breaker is known as low oil circuit breaker. Plain brake oil circuit breakers. Plain brake oil circuit breaker consists of an earthed very strong steel tank. So the oil will be present inside the strong steel tank and the tank is earthed. In the steel tank, current carrying contacts are placed under the oil. So inside the tank, the current carrying contacts will be placed or immersed in oil. Oil in tank is only up to certain level and has a cushioning air above it. So the level of oil present in the tank is not filled up to the end. Some gap is present in the tank and in this gap cushioning air will be present. Important feature of this breaker is that no special devices is used to control the arc. So there are no special devices such as arc splitters, arc chutes or any other electromagnetic devices to control the arc is not present in plain brake oil circuit breakers. When the contacts are separated and arc is established between the contacts, large amount of heat is produced and temperature rise up to 5000 degree Kelvin. So arc vaporize surrounding oil and results in liberation of hydrogen gas and a small amount of methane, ethylene and acetylene. So when arc is established in the contacts of the circuit breaker, this arc will produce a high heat of temperature and this temperature will rise up to 5000 degrees centigrade, and this temperature will vaporizes the surrounding oil and then the oil will liberate hydrogen gas and as well as small amount of methane, ethylene and acetylene. Gas liberated surrounds arc and explosive growth around it displaces the oil velocity. Since the arc is struck at once, higher temperature is released. So this high temperature will be converted into high pressure and this high pressure will displaces the oil velocity. After moving contact is withdrawn, length of arc increases and rate of gas formation decreases. So when the moving contact is withdrawn at once, the length of the arc get increased. So in oil circuit breakers, lengthening of arc taken place due to moving contacts from the fixed contact. So the rate of moving at a faster rate will increase the lengthening process of the arc. Similarly, the gas formation gets decreased. Arc is extinguished when distance between fixed and moving contact reaches certain critical values. since the lengthening of the arc is maintained so that the length between the fixed and moving contacts increases with respect to time. If the length critical value increases up to a critical value, at once the arc will get extinguished. Arc extinguished when arc current passes through 0. There are two types of plain brake oil circuit breakers: single brake oil circuit breaker and multi brake oil circuit breaker. Single brake oil circuit breakers. This is the figure representing single brake oil circuit breaker. Current is taken in and out through the indoor type terminal bushings. So these two are the bushings and current is taken in and taken out through the terminal bushings. Current break only at one bushing, so one arc occurs between fixed and moving contacts. So inside the oil the contacts are present and there is only one moving contact. So on driving this lever, one moving contact will be opened or it will lengthened from the fixed contact. So only one arc will struck in between the contacts. Moving contact is however supported by second terminal bushing through sliding contacts. So these two contact arrangement are supported by the sliding bushings. The next one is double brake circuit breaker. Principle of this type of circuit breakers has to be illustrated in the figure. Here you can see the figure of a double brake circuit breaker. Moving contact under normal working condition bridges two fixed contacts of the bushing. So you can see the moving contacts present over here and the fixed contacts present over here, and this is the moving contact which will be moved in the downwards direction and also in the upward direction on the action of drive crank or drive arm. The bridge can be lowered with the help of a driving crank. So if the driving crank is lowered, at once the moving contact bridge will be lowered and the circuit will be opened. And if the driving crank is moved upwards, at once the bridge will be moved upward and so the contact will be established. Bridge can also be lowered with the help of gravity. So the moving of the bridge can be ensured with the help of gravity also. This type of circuit breakers cylindrical tank can be used which occupy floor area. So these type of double brake oil circuit breakers are made up of cylindrical tanks, and these cylindrical tanks will occupy the floor area. Main features have an important bearings upon the performance of plain brake circuit breakers are length of brake, speed of contact movement, head of oil above contact. So these three factors, the length of brake is the distance between the fixed and the moving contact, and the speed of contact movement depends on the time duration taken for opening and closing of the circuit breaker, and head of oil above the contact represents the height of oil or the immersement of moving contact and the fixed contact in the oil. Clearance to earth metal adjacent to contact should be maintained. Increasing size of tank, head of oil, length of brake and insulation, it is possible to obtain breakers for higher voltages and larger interrupting capacities. So by increasing the parameters such as size of tank and the height of the oil and the length of brake and the insulation of oil material used, we can have several modifications and we can design several new circuit breakers for different voltage ratings and different interrupting capacities. Circuit breakers of this type are not considered satisfactory above 11 kV and 250 MVA ratings. So, double brake oil circuit breakers should be used below 11 kV and 250 MVA ratings. Low or minimum oil circuit breaker. The third type is the low or minimum oil circuit breaker, easily represented as MOCB. In case of bulk oil circuit breakers, 110 kV 3500 MVA breaker may need 12,000 kg of oil, while breakers of same rating output of 220 kV may need 50 kg of oil. This large quantity of oil is subjected to carbonization and sludging. We have seen about carbonization and sludging in the earlier slides. This occurs due to arc interruption. As increasing in time, insulation properties get decreased, so regular maintenance is required. Since carbonization will dequalify the oil or decrease the dielectric strength of the oil, we need to insulate or we need to add more oil and we need to maintain the oil circuit breaker. If braking capacity increases, the expansion in tank size and weight of breaker is also increased. So if we need to increase the braking capacity above 3500 MVA, so we need to increase the tank size, and if the tank size is increased, so the weight of the breaker and the oil used in the circuit breaker is also get increased. Floor mounted large bulk oil circuit breaker access to contact system is not easy and is obtained only through access parts in tank side, only after oil has been pumped away to the storage tank. So in case of bulk oil circuit breakers, if we need to access the contact system, it is impossible because we need to pump all the oil into a storage tank and the contact system can be accessed through the access parts present in the side of the tank. So this is a very difficult procedure for maintaining a bulk oil circuit breakers. It is noted that bulk oil circuit breakers oil perform two functions. The first one is oil acts as an arc extinguishing medium, and the second one is oil insulate the live parts from earth. Fortunately, quantity of oil required for extinction of arc is only about 1/10th of the total oil. Rest of oil is used for insulation. So when a bulk oil circuit breaker is concerned, the total oil present inside the circuit breaker is used only for insulation purpose. Only 1/10th of the total oil is used for extinction of arc. So this consideration helps us to design a minimum oil circuit breaker from a bulk oil circuit breakers. These facts lead to the development of low oil or live tank or minimum oil circuit breakers. Sample contains minimum quantity of oil and is mounted on porcelain insulator to insulate it from earth. So this minimum oil circuit breaker will be mounted on a minimum amount of oil on a porcelain insulator from the earth. The arc chamber itself is in fact of bakelite paper enclosed in porcelain. So the arc chamber present in minimum oil circuit breaker will be of type bakelite paper enclosed in porcelain bushings. Lower porcelain being the support and the upper porcelain enclosing the contacts. So the minimum oil circuit breaker which we are going to design have two porcelain bushings, one at the lower end and the other at the upper end. So the lower end of the porcelain will be as a support, whereas the upper end of the enclosing porcelain will act as a contacts of the circuit breaker. Such type of circuit breakers have added advantage that it requires less space than bulk oil circuit breaker types. The figure shows a minimum oil circuit breaker. You can see all the live parts of a minimum oil circuit breaker. At the top we have the oil level, and here are the terminals, and then we are having a gas vent. So this one is the upper porcelain insulation, and in this upper portion insulation we are having the fixed contacts, and in the lower end of the porcelain insulation we will be having the moving contact. The moving contact will be like a piston, so it will move upwards and connect the fixed contact. The complete circuit breaker is immersed with a minimum oil. So at the end you can see the drive crank which will be used to vertically move the moving contacts towards the fixed contact, and at the bottom end there will be a drain valve to drain the oil from the circuit breaker. Minimum oil circuit breakers are less suitable where very frequent operation occur because degree of carbonization produced in small volume of oil is far more severe than in conventional bulk oil circuit breakers, and this lead to deterioration in dielectric strength across the contact system. So this type of minimum oil circuit breaker has a major disadvantage. It cannot be used where very frequent operation are occurring. So this frequent operation will cause the oil, that is the minimum amount of oil which is present in the circuit breaker, to deteriorate at a minimum amount of time. So these minimum oil circuit breakers can be used only at where the operation of opening and closing is not frequently occurring. As regards quenching of arc, oil behaves identical in bulk oil as well as in low oil content of the circuit breaker. Methods of extinction is same in both types. Difference lies in application of these methods to achieve desirable arc extinction by various construction of arc control device and interrupters. So the extinction of arc in oil circuit breaker is common. So the methods which are described will depends upon the constructional features and the arc control devices and the interrupters which are present in the oil circuit breakers. In minimum oil circuit breakers, upper arcing chamber comprises a synthetic resin bonded paper cylindrical enclosure with a porcelain insulator. So this is the arcing chamber, and this arcing chamber is made up of synthetic resin bonded paper, and this resin bonded paper is of type cylindrically enclosed with the porcelain insulator at the outer casing. An annular space between this is filled with oil as an insulating medium, but this is physically separated by arcing chamber and so cannot be contaminated. So this arcing chamber is connected physically with the outer end of the oil. So if an arc is struck in the arcing chamber, the contaminated oil will leave the arcing chamber and new oil which is present inside the circuit breaker will be circulated through the annular space between the two contacts. The circuit breaker is of single break type, in which a moving contact tube moves in vertical line to make or break contacts. So the circuit breaker shown in the figure is having a single break, so that there are only one fixed and one moving contacts. Upper contact is mounted within an arc control device. So the arc control devices are mounted within the upper contacts of the circuit breaker. The lower ring of the fixed contacts are in permanent contact with the moving arm to provide other terminal of phase unit, so that the moving contacts are get out through the porcelain bushings, so that the rings of the fixed contact and the moving contact are provided with the phase unit. Within the moving contact tube is in fixed position, in which the tube move downwards on opening forces the column of oil inside the tube into the arc control device. So during the arcing period or during the opening period, the fixed contact will remain over there, whereas the moving contact will move downwards. So this downward movement of moving contact will pumps the new oil into the arcing chamber. So this new oil which is pumped into the arcing chamber through the axial hole which is present inside the circuit breaker. This has two effects. One is pressure balance is ensured, so that pressure gets inside arc control device has little effect on acceleration of moving contact. So this axial hole helps us to maintain the pressure which is present in the arcing chamber as well as the outside of the arcing chamber. So the pressure difference should be very minimum to operate the minimum oil circuit breaker. The second is amount of cavitation caused by removal of moving contact is controlled and efficiency of arc extinction will increase. So once the moving contact is removed spontaneously, the space which the moving contact occupy becomes emptied immediately. So this space should be filled with oil. So this axial hole will fill the oil where the moving contact is present earlier. The turbulator arc control device builds up oil impregnated vulcanized fiber plates held under compression by tension member. So the arc control device is made up of tubular plates, and these tubular plates will be having oil impregnated vulcanized fiber plates, and these fiber plates are made under compression using a tension members. Blades being arranged to form series of vent on one side of arc and a series of oil pockets on another side. Arcing tip is so arranged that when circuit breaker opens, arc is drawn in front of the event where it can be most easily extinguished. So in the arcing chamber, this is the arcing tip. So once the moving contact is removed, the turbulated device will act in the presence of arc. So at once the moving contact is removed, the arc is struck and the turbulent device will observe the arc. At the same time, the liberation of hydrogen gas will cool the arc as well as it will produce a high dielectric strength to stop the restriking of arc after current zero position. To ensure that oil vaporized by arc, oil is replaced quickly when arc is extinguished. A filling valve is fitted at the top casting of the arc control device. So, under the top position there is a filling valve, and this filling valve is responsible to fill the arcing chamber with the new oil, as well as this axial hole ensures the maintenance of pressure between the arcing chamber and the outside of the arcing chamber itself. This valve, lightly spring loaded, closes when pressure is set up within device, but as this pressure dies away when the arc is extinguished, the valve opens to allow an inrush of oil. So this valve is made up of spring loaded. So when a pressure is set up, the valve will be in close position. So the arc which is present over here will be extinguished due to the pressure generated within the arcing chamber. So when the arc is extinguished, the pressure will die away and the valve will open. So once the valve is opened, inrush of oil will enters into the arcing chamber, and new oil with new dielectric strength will stop the restriking of arc. When a circuit breaker closes on fault, there is always a danger that pre-arcing will occur at moving contact when approaches near fixed contact. So under short circuit condition, when we are closing the circuit breaker, then there is a danger of pre-arcing. In this design, this possibility is minimized by filling inserts of anti-tracking material on the inside edge of the turbulator plates. So the arc control device, which is the turbulator, has the pre-arcing device which is present inside the turbulator plates, and this inserts of anti-tracking material will decrease the possibility of pre-arcing, and it will saves the minimum oil circuit breaker from pre-arcing stage. The upper arcing chamber consists a separator which eliminate by centrifugal action loss of oil when the breaker operates under faulty condition. So the separator which is present will eliminate by the centrifugal action, so that during the moving of the contact, the centrifugal action will be occurred, and this centrifugal action will senses the faulty condition of the circuit breaker. It has a spring loaded vent valve, a breather to prevent moisture from entering the circuit breaker, and safety diaphragm under the doomed cover designed to lift and protect circuit breaker from damage if excessive pressure should arise in circuit breaker compartments. We know that when arc is tracked, a high pressure will be emphasized. So this high pressure should be safely handled. If this high pressure, which is above the rating of the circuit breaker, is increased, at once at the top there will be a safety valve, and through this safety valve the high pressure will be liberated outside to protect the circuit breaker. On the same time, a gas vent or breather is present so that the moisture which is present in the outside air will not enter into the minimum oil circuit breaker. Circuit breaker of this type can be used either outdoor or indoor and be mounted either on pedestal or at ground. So minimum oil circuit breakers can be used in indoor as well as outdoor. So these can be mounted in the ground or at higher levels. at certain voltages and interrupting capacities increases up to 2 break per phase are used. If we need to increase the interrupting capacity or interrupting voltage, instead of single break, 2 break minimum oil circuit breakers are available. Current transformers which are incorporated in the portion of the tank. So to measure the current values passing through the breaker, a current transformer is present inside the circuit breaker itself. These are usually of post type with low oil content, that transformer being housed within the porcelain housing or filled with oil under vacuum. So these current transformers are present inside the circuit breaker in a oil. So these current transformers are filled with oil under the presence of vacuum. Oil circuit breakers are now available for all voltages at high breaking capacities. So now, due to higher consideration of design and due to innovation of new techniques in minimum oil circuit breaker, now minimum oil circuit breakers are available in all voltages and at high breaking capacities. Low oil circuit breakers have advantage of requirements of lesser quantity of oil, smaller space, reduced risk of fire and reduced maintenance problem. So the major advantage is we need lesser quantity of oil than a bulk oil circuit breaker. The second one is we need a smaller space to install the minimum oil circuit breaker. So since there is a lesser amount of oil, the fire risk is also reduced and the maintenance is also decreased. However, it suffers from the following drawbacks: increased degree of carbonization due to smaller quantity of oil. Since there is a lesser amount of oil during frequent operation, the carbonization of oil is higher. Rapid deterioration of dielectric strength of oil due to high degree of carbonization. If the minimum oil circuit breaker is used at a faster rate or it is being used for larger number of operation at once, the dielectric strength of the oil will get decreased and a high degree of carbonization will occur in the oil. So this is the main drawback. So this type of minimum oil circuit breaker should be used at places where the separation of contact or the tripping of the circuit is not frequent. The third one is difficulty in the removal of gases from the content space in time. So we know that some gases like ethylene, methane, etc. will be produced in the arcing chamber. So these gases should be removed from the space within time to increase the dielectric strength of the oil as well as to cool down the arc. So within time we need to remove the gases from the minimum oil circuit breaker. So this is the another drawback of minimum oil circuit breaker. Thank you.